Hello my dear student, I welcome you all to the maths class. So you all know that we are doing chapter 9, that is rational number, and you also know that I have given you few assignment back in the previous class. So let us solve that home assignment and we will continue doing the class assignment today. Okay. So student, here we have the first home assignment which I have given you yesterday of exercise 9.1 question number 4, sub question number 4 of question number 2, right? So here you have to write 4 more rational number each of the following pattern, right? So you have to write 4 more rational numbers. So yesterday I hope you have understood this, how we did. So we have to follow the same rule there. Here also minus 3 into 1, okay. Similarly 2 into 2 by minus 3 into 2, because you have to follow the pattern. You have to make one such pattern. Alright. Similarly 2 into 3 by minus 3 into 3. So such that it will make your this pattern or the number fulfill. 2 into 1 is 2, minus 3 into 1 is 3, 2 into 2 is 4, and minus 3 into 2 is 6. So this gets fulfilled. So you have to continue 4. You have to continuously write 4 more pattern. Okay. So 2 into 4 by minus 3 into 4, 2 into 5 by minus 3 into 5, 2 into 6 by minus 3 into 6, 2 into 7 by minus 3 into 7. 2 4 is 8 by 12, but minus, because 3 into 4 is 12 and minus sign is there. Similarly 5 2 is 10 by minus 15, 2 6 is 12 by 3 6 is 18. Just 2 7 is 14 and minus 21. Okay, so here we have the 4 more rational number of this pattern. Okay, so this will be continuous. So let us proceed to the next home assignment. So student, here we have the next home assignment from question number 3, sub question number 3 only. So 4 by 9, and here you have to give 4 rational number equivalent to this number. So you know how I have done yesterday class. Into 1, first of all you have to write this, because this won't change, right? So now next, after 1, what comes? 2. Multiply both the side with 2. Again 4 into 3 by 9 into 2, 4 into 4 by 9 into 3, 4, and 4 into 5 by 9 into 5. Okay, so multiply this. 4 into 2 is 8, 9 into 2 is 18, and 4 into 3 is 12 by 9 into 3 is 27. 4 4 is 16, 9 4 is 36, 4 5 is 20 by 9 5 is 45. So just see the table is getting continuous. 4 1 is 4, 4 2 is 8, 4 3 is 12, 4 4 is 16, 4 5 is 20, 9 1 is 9, 9 2 is 18, 9 3 is 27, 9 4 is 36, 9 5 is 45. So this is your 4 rational number equivalent to this number. Okay, so with this we are over with our home assignment. Let us start solving question number 4. So student, this is question number 4 from exercise 9.1. We are starting our class assignment now. Okay, till now we have done our home assignment. Okay, so the question is, draw a number line and represent the following rational number on it. So in the first chapter, that is in integer, we have discussed about, or we have understood what is number line and how to represent a number on that number line. But rational number we have not done, or we have not plotted on a number line, right? So in this class we are going to learn how to represent a rational number. Basically a rational number are those number which are written in the form of a p by q, if you have not forgot that. So where q is not equal to 0. Okay, so this number you have to represent in a number line. So first of all, to solve this, you have to make a number line. To make a number line, let us draw with the scale. Okay, you know how number line looks like. Straight line, yes, in which numbers are represented. So let's plot first 0, then with 0 at the center, right? So let us make this number line more broader. let us put this 1 little bit far, okay, 2 here, and minus 1 over here, sorry, minus 1 here, minus 2 here, okay. So let us cross this. This is your 1, this is your 2, this is your minus 1. You know that below the 0 will be a negative integer represented by the negative side, and above the 0 will be represented by the positive integer, okay. So this is your number line, and in this number line you have to represent the rational number given in the question, okay. So first rational number is your 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 here is a positive integer, so we will move toward this side, okay. So 3 by 4 means actually when you divide this, what actually 3 by 4 is, what number it is? 4 7 are 28. It is 0.75. So what do you think? 0.75 should exist or should be present in between 0 to 1. Alright. So what we are going to do here is, just it is starting from the 0, just move on like 1 by 4. You have to reach 3 by 4. 1 by 4, 2 by 4 and 3 by 4. So your 0.75 or 3 by 4 will be in between 0 to 1, that we have considered, or that we have understood how, by dividing this number. And so to represent this, you will make a circle with a dot at the center. This will be represented as a 3 by 4 in a number line, okay. So similarly, our next question number 2, to represent this minus 5 by 8 in the number line. So let us make number line again, make it bigger, put 0 at the center first, then just make little bit bigger, because you are going to get the number, such number, so that it will be in between at least 2, maximum of 2, okay. So let make this broader. If you'll make the number line smaller, no, it will be a little bit congested, and it will not look that clear. So in order to maintain that clarity, you have to make our number line little bit broader, okay. So even this has become smaller, so I'll choose little bit broader here. From here 0 to, let us choose this as a minus 1, let us choose this as a minus 2. So let us choose this as a minus 1, minus 2, okay, 1, 2. First of all, you make with the scale, and if such mistake you make, you can erase it, okay. So use that trick. So you have to plot minus 5 by 8 in this number line. So let us first make this clear, that minus 5 by 8 will be what? 0, 8 6 are 48, at around say 0.6, but it is negative of 0.6, negative of 0.6, right? So it should be on the negative side. So 0.6 should be in between 0 to 1. That is not clear again. It should be in between 0 to 1. So we are going to use like this, okay, minus 1 by 8 minus, just see, I have made smaller, so it has become now congested. If I have chosen this over here minus 1, then there would not be such disturbance. You will understand why I have made a broader gap in between the number. So minus 3 by 8 minus 4 by 8, and let's choose this as a minus 5 by 8, okay. So now I hope you understood that why 0.6, because when you divide 5 by 8, you will get 0.6. more number you are going to get is, suppose it 0.62. So anyway, 0.6, 0.62, it is similar. So starting from 0 to the negative side, negative integer, because we are having a negative side over here, right, and negative sign over here, that's why we are moving towards the negative integers of 0.6. So minus 1 by 8, minus 2 by 8, minus 3 by 8, minus 4 by 8, minus 5 by 8. So our destination is to reach minus 5 by 8, and this will be our circle with the dotted at the center. This will be our minus 5 by 8. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let us proceed, or let us solve question number 3 also. So here we have the third question to represent minus 7 by 4 in this number line. So I have drawn a line here. Just think that, consider that first of all, on which side you have to move, whether you have to move in the positive side or the negative side. Here you have to move in the negative side, so create a space for this side that is on the negative side. Okay, so you can so that you can make 0 here, because we will not use this space. We need this space, that's why I am putting this 0 at above the center. Okay, so let us mark the number. Say for over here it is minus 1 and minus 2 over here. And why only minus 2 I have made a line here? Because just see, when you divide this 7 by 4, it will be 7, 3.0, 28. It is 1.75, but negative of 1.75. Isn't it? So it will move towards the negative integer, right? 1.75. It is above 1. So it should be in between 0 to 2. Right? In between 0 to 2. So our line should be, okay, let's make this also positive side also we have to represent, because it is very, very important. Okay, so this is our positive side and this is our negative side. We have to move this side because we have minus 7 by 4 negative integer, right? And we have understood that where it should be actually. It should be in between 0 to 2. Okay, so when I move backward, we are going to write like this: 0. So after 0, 1 by 4 will come. Then minus 1 by 4, minus 2 by 4, minus 3 by 4, minus 4 by 4, minus 5 by 4, minus 6 by 4, minus 7 by 4. Minus 7 by 4 will be here. Okay, so you could have started from here also. Minus 1 by 4. You could have started, but already I have made minus 1. So I have chosen this one. Or simply you could have done this: 0, minus 1 by 4, minus 2 by 4, minus 3 by 4, minus 4 by 4, minus 5 by 4, minus 6 by 4, minus 7 by 4. This could also be correct. Okay, so if you are making like this, it is also correct. This is also the correct form. Okay, so here this is representing your minus 7 by 4 in the number line. So in such a manner, you are going to plot or represent a rational number in the given number line. Okay, so our last question is left, and that is question number 4, 7 by 8 to represent in a number line. So it is very easy. This will be a home assignment. You will try to do it yourself. Okay, this is very, very easy. On what manner I have done, use the trick, use the basic idea and solve it. Okay, student, here we have the next question, that is question number 5. The question states that the point P, Q, R, S, T, U, A and B on the number line are such that TR is equal to RS is equal to SU and AP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. Okay, so name the rational numbers represented by P, Q, R and S. So you have to name the rational number represented by P, Q, R and S. So this question is quite tricky one, but it is very easy and understandable. Okay, so do not miss or do not jump in any of the step. Just listen the lecture properly or explanation properly. Okay, so here you can see that A, P, Q, B are plotted on a number line. Okay, and from there you have to represent what is the rational number represented by P, rational number represented by Q, R and S, that you have to find it. Okay, to find that, first of all we have to understand that each unit is divided into how many parts. So from just see 1 to 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Actually there are 3 parts: 1, 2 and 3 parts. Similarly, we will not go into the other. Just for the sake of convenience, 0 to 1 also there will be 3 part, 1, 2, 3 part divided in each number line. Okay, so from minus 1 to minus 2 also there is 3 part. So you can write 1 unit is divided into 3 equal parts, isn't it? So from this it is concluded, say 1 unit means 1 to 2 or 0 to 1, 0 to minus 1. Okay, so this is called 1 unit. So 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, this is 1 unit. If suppose you are moving 0 to 2, then there is 2 unit, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. From 0 to 1 there is only 1 unit. I hope you are clear with the portion of unit also. So minus 2 to 3 is there 1 unit. Okay, so do not get confused with that. So in each unit it is divided by 3 equal parts. That is the major important thing here. I hope you have clear. 3 parts it is divided from 2 to 3. Okay, so we can write that AP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. It is given in the question, which is represents 1 by 3 part, isn't it? It is representing 1 by 3 part. So we can write here from 0 to 1, we can write 1 by 3, 2 by 3, and here 3 by 3. It is 1. And when you divide this 3 and 3, you'll get 1. So that's why it is 1. So when you proceed like this, you'll get 4 by 3, 5 by 3, 6 by 3, and that's why it is 2. 3 to the 6, right? And again 7 by 3, 7 by 3. So P is represented by 7 by 3. I hope it is clear. So from again I'm explaining you this in a bigger broader way. From 0 to 1 there are 3 equal parts. That is 1 unit. 0 to 1 is your 1 unit, right? And 1 unit is divided into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 equal parts it is divided. Okay, so from 0 to 1 we can write 1 by 3, 2 by 3, and over here 3 by 3. That's why it is 1 here, because 3 gets cancelled and 1 will be there. After that what comes? 4 by 3, 5 by 3, and 6 by 3. That will be your 2, because 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, isn't it? So your 2 was represented by A. Your 2 was represented by A. And after that what is there? P is there. P is there. So P should be 7 by 3. And again Q should be 8 by 3. And B should be 9 by 3. Which is 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. B is actually 3. Isn't it? So from here we got that P is equal to 7 by 3. And Q is equal to 8 by 3. So from here we got this 2 thing. So similarly we are going to solve, or we are going to get the rational number for R and S also, because from 0 to minus 1 it is minus 1 by 3 minus 2. Like this we will go solve. So to make you understand how to find the rational number of R and S, I have made a rough diagram here, a rough number line. And similarly we are going to solve for this also. You know that 1 unit was divided into 3 equal parts, right? 3 equal parts. So from 0 to 1 also it should be divided in the form 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, and 3 by 3 it should be. That's why it is 1 minus 1. That's why this T is represented by minus 1, because it is actually minus 3 by 3, and 3 gets cancelled and minus 1 should be the answer, right? So T is here minus 1. So when you move forward it should be minus 4 by 3, and after that 1 unit, 5 by minus 5 by 3, and u is actually minus 6 by 3, but when you cancel this you'll get minus 2, isn't it? Or not actually, when you move forward it should be 6 minus 6 by 3, and 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, that's why it is minus 2 in the u. Okay, so we got from here that our r is actually minus 4 by 3, s is equal to minus 5 by 3. Okay, so we can write therefore rational number represented by P, Q, R and S are 7 by 3, 8 by 3, R is minus 4 by 3, and S is actually minus 5 by 3 respectively. Alright, I hope this is clear. This is an easy one, no? So first of all you have to understand in how many parts it is divided, equal part it is divided. So on such a manner we are going to solve this problem. Okay, so let us proceed to next one. Student, here we have the next question, that is question number 6 from exercise 9.1. State that which of the following pairs represent the same rational number. So in between these two numbers, this pair of number, you have to find or state that which is of same rational number. So to do this, there is one trick that we are going to apply and solve the problem. Okay, so let us start solving the problem without any delay. So here we have the first question, minus 7 by 21 and 3 by 9. So to do this, what we are going to do is minus 7 into 9 by 21 into 9 and 3 into 21 by 9 into 21. आई बात कुछ समझ में? What I did, this denominator I have multiplied in both the side, and this denominator I have multiplied in both the side, so that you will be easily able to find what is which pair are actually representing the same rational number. So minus 9 7s are 63, and 21 into 9 is 189, and it is 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 9 1s are 9, 9 2s are 18. Right? This numbers is actually but differing in one thing, that is with the negative sign over here. So that's why we can write, since minus 63 is not equal to 63. So because there is minus sign, so that's why there is a huge difference, no? So we can write minus 7 by 21 and 3 by 9 do not represent the same rational number. Okay, so similar concept we are going to apply for question number 2 also. Okay, here we have the next question, minus 16 by 20 and 20 by 25. So what we are going to do, multiply this number with both the numerator and denominator side, divided by 20 into minus 25, and this number in both the denominator and numerator side, into 20 by minus 25 into 20. So when you multiply this, minus minus will become plus, and 25 into 16 is 1400. I have already multiplied and I have got the answer. It's your duty to multiply it again. So plus minus is minus, 20 into 25 is 500, and similarly 20 into 20 is 400, and minus plus is minus, 25 into 20 is 500. So everything is similar here. 400 is equal to 400, minus 500 is equal to minus 500. So we can write, since everything is clear, so minus 16, everything is similar out here. Yes, or you can write, or another way you can write is, since 400 is equal to 400 and minus 500 is equal to minus 500. So minus 16 by 20 and 20 by minus 25 represent the rational number. Okay, let us solve question number. Here we have the next question, question number 3. So what process you have to apply is cross it to 3 by minus 3 into 3 and 2 into minus 3 by minus 3, 3 into minus 3. Okay, so minus into plus is minus 6 by minus into plus is minus 9 and minus 6 because plus into minus minus 3 is 9. So minus 6 is equal to minus 6, minus 9 is equal to minus 9. Yes, since it is this, since the condition is this, so we can say that, so we can write so minus 2 by minus 3 and 2 by 3 represent the same rational number. Okay, it is easy, no? Here we have the next question, question number 4, minus 3 by 5 and minus 12 by 20. So to do this crisscross method, 5 into 20. Do not get confused, okay? Whenever you are multiplying with this number, no, in both the side you have to multiply. Many of the student does that also, that minus 12 they do multiplication with this. In one side 20 and another side minus 12. Not it is. Actually, that is not the way or process. Whenever you are taking one number, you have to choose that number only in both the side, okay? And minus 12 into 5 it is there, and choose the denominator. It will be easiest one, okay? Why to make headache? Just choose the denominator side in both the multiply with this denominator in both the side, you will get the result. So minus 60 by 100 and 15 into 12 is, 12 into 5 is minus 60 and 20 into 55 is 100. So in this condition also, you can say that minus 60 is equal to, since minus 60 is equal to minus 60 and 100 is equal to 100, so minus 3 by 5 and minus 12 by 20 represent the same rational number. All right. So student, 3 more questions left from question number 6, that is 5, 6 and 7. All right, this will be a home assignment. Just try to do it yourself. Okay, on what basic idea I have applied, basic rule which you have to follow. Okay, and do this assignment. So this much for today. So see you in the next class. Till then, stay safe and healthy, and do not forget to practice and do your home assignment. Okay, thank you everyone.